check out that chunker. That is a nice fish on a pink lemonade, Googan filthy frog. I don't know if why you guys aren't throwing pink, but check out that fish. Beautiful, beautiful northern Michigan bass. All right, great first fish on the motion swim jig. It's a pink one, so been a little bit slow this morning, but nice fish. Really pretty. Water clarity is a little dark. Tried something a little bit different this morning and it hasn't worked out so far, but yeah, first fish on the motion swim jig. We'll get a couple pictures and get him back in the water, see if we can't get a few more. Nice fish. Oh, missed him. Come on. There, he came back for it. The old bait and switch. Oh man. So I missed this fish with the swim jig. So I threw right back behind him with the Berkley flat nose jerk shad and picked him up. Not a giant, but that was awesome. Right by the little edge of this piece of grass here. So might be onto something. Again, not a giant, but still fun to catch. He'll click. So some of you have may have heard me talk about that fish will click. Well, I've been keeping track of all the fish I've caught this year. That was number 483, so I've caught 2 today. So someone asked me one day, Jay, how many fish do you catch a year? And I said, that's a good question. I have no idea. So I got this little clicker. Dylan has one too, but yeah, so we're at 483. We started at 481, so we got 2. So let's see how many we can catch today. All right, here's another one on the Berkley flat-nosed jerk shad. Not a giant, pretty fish though. That Vector 3/0 hook doing the job. Got this on 12-pound fluorocarbon, and yeah, he'll click. Not a big one, but man, these guys sure are fun to catch. So I'm gonna catch a few more, or see if I can't get a few more, and I'll kind of break down for you guys what I'm doing and what I'm seeing. So stay tuned. There's another one, number 4, on the pink motion swim jig with the Lure Lipstick Paddle Tail Pro Swimmer. So again, not giants, but man, they sure are fun to catch. So I think I might be figuring something out here. We'll catch a few more and let you guys know what I'm doing. All right, there's another one. Sweet. And these are all really pretty fish. I almost feel like these fish have been offshore because look at the colors on them. They're not really dark. But yeah, there's another one on the motion swim jig. So got this 3-inch Paddle Tail Pro Swimmer from Lure Lipstick, and this is the motion swim jig. This is actually the swim jig for their for like rocks and stuff. But man, it's fishing through these really nice these reeds really nice. And let's get this fish back in the water, and I'll explain to you what I'm seeing. So what I'm noticing is that these fish are either on these points or they're tucked way back up in the grass. Most of the fish I've caught have been on these little points sticking out, these little reed clumps, which I don't know if I can show you one or not real quick, but see that little point right there? That's where these fish have been kind of hanging out. But I just caught that one a little bit farther back. So yeah, it's like I said, water clarity, it's a little bit stained. I think the water depth is maybe 2 foot, and I can see bottom every now and then. But yeah, one thing I'm also doing too is I'm dipping the brush guard in that Lure Lipstick crawfish jelly, and yeah, seem to be picking up a few. No giants yet, but I think we might be able to make a day of it. So stay tuned and see if we can't get a few more. Jeez. The size of this northern. Wow. Ouch. Dang it, cut my hand. Man, that's a big northern. Holy crap. Look at the size of that northern, guys, on that pink swim jig for motion fishing with that paddle tail swim jig, man. That's why I'm glad I used this 65-pound braid, but it's a really nice fish. We're gonna get a picture and get him back in the water, but pretty freaking cool, I think. Way back here, no water. Super, super shallow water. You freight train that thing though. Look at that, that's a nice one. Let's see if we get a picture and get him back in the water. Spunky. And these guys are spunky. They're all about the same size, but just picked up the flat-nosed jerk shad from Berkley, the pink one again. That 4-aught vector hook. That vector hook is always getting those fish right there in the corner of that mouth. That's exactly where you want them. So yeah, not a giant, but still working these reeds. You know, these little pound and a half guys are fun to catch. So nothing big, but we are catching a few. So we'll see if I can't find a few bigger ones. That's why I use 65-pound braid on a swim jig. Had that fish pinned to those reeds all that time. Look at that. Another nice one on a giant, but had to rip them out of these reeds. That's why I use 65-pound Beyond braid when I'm fishing these swim jigs and these reeds. Look at that, split that freaking reed right in three, but not a giant, but another nice one. It's mid-afternoon, the fish is still biting, so yeah, we'll see if we can get some more. So one of these days I'll learn to turn the camera, but I just came offshore here and picked up the pink pink lemonade Googan frog, and first cast caught a decent one, so a little bit bigger one than the last one. But yeah, these fish are cold. This water's a little bit chilly, but there's this offshore grass I'm working here, so let me see if I can't pick up a few more. But that's really the first bass I've ever caught on like open water, I guess. So stay tuned. There he is. Oh, I wish I would have got that one on camera. That's a nice fish. That's a really nice fish. Oh, look at the size of that one, guys. There's a toad there. Woo, buddy. Oh, come back. Man, I missed that bite on camera, but check out that chunker. That is a nice fish on a pink lemonade Googan filthy frog. I don't know if why you guys aren't throwing pink, but check out that fish. Beautiful, beautiful northern Michigan bass. The third or fourth cast of this frog. I just picked it up and was throwing the swim jig a second ago, but picked that frog up and look at that, absolutely choked it. We're getting some pictures and get this fish back, but man, that was awesome. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful northern Michigan bass. Middle of the day, it's about 12 o'clock. It's getting hot out, but bite's still on. Oh gosh, I just got one, dude, on a frog. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, I just came off, dang it. Hold on, let me stop the camera. I'm talking to Extreme right now and I'm catching fish. I caught 600 fish out here. And I said, you're throwing pink? Oh, got him hooked up, man. Oh, he's running right towards me. All right, so these fish are in these reeds. I think I need to start talking to Extreme because he's good luck. This is the second fish I've had on since I started talking to him. Another one on the motion swim jig with the lure lipstick paddle tail. So yeah, even when he's not here, we're still catching. So nice fish. Let's stop the camera again. Alrighty. Well, there's a decent one on the Chompers jig with the Berkley trailer. So black and blue, a little bit slow. It's been about an hour since I got a bite, but first nice one. Get a picture getting back in the water. All right, so I started flipping the Berkley Pit Boss, this black and blue Pit Boss, with a 1/4 ounce tungsten weight. It's my very favorite way to flip for these bass. But yeah, just flipping this grass line and got another fish off of it. So we're gonna get a picture and get them back in the water. But slow and steady, you know, we're grinding it out and making a day of it. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Oh yeah, check that one out, boys. Pink lemonade filthy frog. Choke that thing. Out here working these outside reeds. Look at that fish, guys. Awesome, awesome fish. Man, I haven't had a bite in a while. Look at how he choked that frog. I'm telling you, you gotta start using pink frogs. So yeah, we're gonna get some pictures of this fish and get her back in the water. But beautiful fish right here, fishing these outside reeds, maybe about 3 foot of water. Late afternoon, but the bite's still on. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Damn it. Yeah.